Mr. Secretary, thank you very much for those warm words of greeting. And good afternoon, everybody here at Housing and Urban Development. I want to say that one of my primary goals here is to make stops at each of the departments to see firsthand what you're doing, what's going on in the agency, in the cabinet agency, and to thank you for all your hard work. Um, you do a lot of hard work, and oftentimes it doesn't get recognized. And I want you to know that down the street there, we do recognize what you do, and we appreciate um, your hard work and dedication. Um, it is an honor to be here today at the Department of Housing and Urban Development. And it's an honor to address such a dedicated group of professionals and advocates who work tirelessly to ensure that every American has a safe and affordable place to call home. Affordable housing is a cornerstone of our nation's prosperity. It provides stability, fosters community, and enables families to thrive. However, for too many Americans, the dream of having an affordable home remains out of reach. This is an issue that affects all of us, and it demands our urgent attention and action. We are committed to addressing this challenge head on. Today, I'm proud to announce a comprehensive plan to make affordable housing more accessible for all Americans. Our plan includes several key initiatives that will make a real difference in the lives of millions of people across our country. First, we are increasing funding for affordable housing programs. We will significantly boost funding for HUD's housing programs, ensuring more resources are available to build and maintain affordable housing units across the country. This increased funding will allow us to expand the availability of low income housing, reduce waiting lists for public housing, and support the development of new affordable housing projects. Second, we are expanding tax initiatives and tax incentives. We will offer greater tax incentives to developers who build affordable housing, encouraging more private sector investment in this critical area by making it more financially attractive for developers to build affordable housing. We can increase the supply of affordable housing units and help drive down housing costs. Third, we are strengthening tenant protections. We will work to enhance protections for tenants, ensuring they have safe, decent, and affordable places to live without the fear of unjust evictions or rent hikes. This includes implementing stronger regulations to protect tenants from predatory landlords and ensuring that tenants have access to legal assistance when they need it. Fourth, we are investing in community development. We will invest in revitalizing communities, focusing on creating more mixed income neighborhoods where people of all backgrounds can live and thrive together. This includes supporting the development of affordable housing in high opportunity areas, improving access to public transportation, and investing in community amenities such as parks, schools, health, and healthcare facilities. Fifth, we are promoting homeownership. We will launch new initiatives to help more families achieve the dream of homeownership with special emphasis on first-time buyers and historically underserved communities. This includes expanding access to affordable mortgage financing, providing down payment assistance, and offering homebuyer education programs. In this sixth point, and critically, this is a big point of this whole program today. We are stopping home speculators. We recognize that home speculators often drive up housing prices, making it difficult for average Americans to afford homes. To combat this, we will implement strict regulations. To curb speculative buying, we will introduce stiff penalties for those who violate these regulations, ensuring that homes remain affordable and accessible to those who need them. most need them most. Enforcement will be a top priority with dedicated resources allocated to monitor and crack down on illegal activities in the housing market. Here are some examples of the stiff penalties we will implement. We'll have hefty fines. Speculators found to be engaging in illegal practices such as price manipulation or fraudulent bidding will face substantial fines. These fines will be set at levels high enough to deter such activities and will increase for repeat offenders. Secondly, property seizure. Properties acquired through illegal speculative activities will be subject to seizure by the government. These properties will then be repurposed for affordable housing projects, directly benefiting the communities that were harmed by speculative practices. Thirdly, we'll have revocation of licenses. Real estate professionals, including agents and brokers who are found to be involved in these speculative activities, will face the revocation of their license. This will ensure that only ethical professionals are allowed to operate in the housing market. Fourth, criminal charges. In severe cases, speculators engaging in fraudulent or deceptive practices will face criminal charges, which could result in significant jail time. This sends a clear message that such behavior will not be tolerated and will be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. Fifth, increased transparency requirements. We will implement stringent transparency requirements for all real estate transactions, including mandatory disclosure of the true owners of properties. Failure to comply with these requirements will result in significant penalties, including fines and potential legal action. Moreover, we will work closely with state and local governments to ensure that these regulations are effectively enforced and that all violators are held accountable. For this coordinated effort, we will help protect our housing market from the negative impacts of speculation and ensure that homes remain within reach for working families. And it's really become a problem. Back home in my hometown of Texas, we are a town with about 96% of our property is built upon. Not a whole lot of room to grow. And yet, our residents in our hometown are being bombarded day after day after day with people begging to buy their property. That's got to come to a stop. I'm not against free enterprise. I never have, and I never will be. But the methods that go into this have got to be regulated, and they've got to be stopped. Speculative buying is destroying communities. It's literally destroying communities. Think about somebody in California who sees a house for bid online, doesn't even know what city it's in, and buys the property. What interest does that person have in that city? Does he knows about? Do they know about the schools? Do they know about the city? Do they know about the population? Do they know about what infrastructure is in the city? Do they know about the restaurants? No, they see a listing on the internet and buy. They in turn flip the house to somebody else and make record profits. And it makes these houses out of reach for people who need them and can and who rightfully own these properties. My friends, it's education and this are two cornerstones of what I want to accomplish. I mean, there's more, but these are two big things I want to accomplish under my administration. It's not fair. It's not right that, first of all, people are calling people in cities and begging to move to their town. My answer to that, quite simply, is in our case, we have land for sale. We have land for sale. Purchase the land, buy a house, get established here. But speculative buying has to be regulated. That's why we're making this announcement today. Under my administration, speculative buying would be strictly regulated, and there will be stiff fines, like I said earlier, for breaking the guidelines of that. If we do this, we can make this country a better country. We really can. You think about, and when I'm talking about affordable housing, I'm not talking about the Section 8 homes. I'm not talking about multifamily housing. I'm talking about affordable housing, period. Not affordable apartments, not low-income property, but affordable housing. Speculative buying and these speculators puts that out of reach. It puts it out of reach. And then under my administration, that will not happen. These steps I just announced today are just the beginning. We will continue to listen to the needs of communities and work together with local leaders, nonprofits, and the private sector to find innovative solutions to our housing crisis. We will also seek input from residents and community organizations to ensure that our policies reflect the needs and priorities of the people they are designed to serve. And we will listen to the communities. Not every community is the same. Thus, this policy is not a blanket policy that is for every community across the country. My hometown may be different from the town just across the highway. Different needs, different city. It will adapt to that. Affordable housing is not just about providing a roof over someone's head. It's about building strong, vibrant communities. It's about giving every American the opportunity to succeed when families have stable and affordable housing. They are better able to focus on their jobs, their education, their health. They can invest in the futures and continue to contribute to the prosperity of their communities. Together, folks, we can make this vision a reality. We can create a nation where everyone has a place they can proudly call home. A nation where our children can grow up in safe and supportive environments. A nation where the American dream is still within reach for all. We really can. The American dream is not out of reach. It's not out of reach. But these regulations today, this announcement today, under my administration, will make more of those homes within reach for the everyday American. Thank you for your commitment to this important cause. Let's work together to ensure that every American has a place they can proudly call home. May God bless you. May God bless our troops. And may God bless the United States of America. Thank you all very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, guys.